Alright, so heading to try to find the Atlantic beach. I was at the river campsite last night. Man, this Spanish moss is just so cool. I was at the river and I want to go to the Atlantic Ocean, go swimming for a few hours, maybe just like an hour and a half, and run back, get a shower, throw all my stuff in the dryer, and then head on out of here. Start heading home. Try to be home by tomorrow. It's about a 16-hour drive from where I'm at currently. Alrighty. Guess I'm gonna put the camera in the waterproof case and head to the beach. Quite what I was expecting either. Alright, so we're at Fort Clinch, Atlantic Beach. Not much wave activity, at least as this time of day. Water feels nice though. Sure feels good. Maybe there's some waves you can catch. Ugh. Very peaceful beach. That is for sure. By far the best waves. Daytona was second, and I guess this might be third. Miami didn't really have many waves at all. There we go. A lot of shells. That was fun though. That was worth the wait. Phenomenal. Like 2,300 miles currently on the road trip, and I got, I don't know, 700-800 to go to get home. So like 3,000 some mile road trip, all on free electricity. Yeah, I think I've spent about $700 total. The state parks I'm staying at, they're $40 a night or less. This one here at Fort Clinch, I think it was $26, $27 a night. Alright, here we go. Let's catch this one. I'm not getting much else. Between food, travel, lodging, about $700. I have no travel costs. All I have is lodging and food, and whatever other stuff I wanted to buy while I was down wherever I was at. Just cannot beat that. I'm just gonna catch one more wave, going to shore, probably gonna walk down that way, see what's up down there, and I'm gonna call it a day here, I believe. Start getting ready to leave, shower up, dry my clothes, and get on out of here. Tree's got some sick beard growing skills down here in the south, that's for sure. Alright guys, I'm wrapping up my trip here at Fort Clinch. It's a little after 12 o'clock, checkout's at 1. So I'm just gonna get rolling now and start on my trip home, see how far I can get tonight. I finish the trip up tomorrow morning. Had a good day at the beach. Waves weren't what I was expecting or hoping for, but hey, it was still really nice. A lot of cool beach activity. I was able to see some tropical fish and some little tide pools. Try to get some time in, get some lunch. Hoping at the Supercharger there's something to eat. because I'm pretty hungry. So we'll see you guys later. Oh, there's two other Teslas here, a Model X and an S. Catch you guys later. Hey everyone, John here. I'm at Sept, South Carolina Supercharger. It's a 6-stall. Currently only 4 of them are working, 2 of them in the middle here are out of order. Other than that, I'm gonna give this one 8 out of 10. If you guys need to use any restrooms, they recommend you go to Clark's Inn or Clark's Restaurant, which is just right behind me here. And there's also some fast food across the way and some gas stations if you're looking for like late night snacks or anything like that. I'm gonna keep going to the next Supercharger though and grab my food. And it is just a beautiful day here in Sept, South Carolina, and I will see you guys later. We're leaving beautiful Sept, South Carolina, back on 95. I unplugged the car and it said 7% arrival at Lumberton, and after I quickly unplugged it, it said 10%. I think my theory is correct so far, that as you're charging, it shows you less percentage arrival of your next stop as what you actually will receive. A little less than 11 hours left remaining on the entire trip back home. I don't think I'm gonna make the whole thing tonight. It's 6:25 right now. Probably gonna stop somewhere along the way here around midnight-ish. It's looking like Glen Allen, Virginia. I'm scheduled to arrive in there around 1 o'clock right now as of my current pace. We are cruising along, 78 mile an hour. Got autopilot engaged, and autopilot has just been amazing for this entire journey. I can't imagine driving without it for a road trip like I've taken. It's just enabled me to take a lot of views in, not get stressed out a lot over traffic. You know, this car kind of just smooths out the ride. I was in some really bad traffic earlier. Autopilot did all that work for me. I didn't have to get stressed out. I didn't have to stop and brake and stop, brake, all that bad stuff that, you know, the stop and go kind of traffic breeds. Alright, there's south of the border. If you've ever been curious, that's what south of the border is. It's a big tourist trap with a bunch of overpriced that you can get much cheaper elsewhere in South Carolina, especially fireworks. It's probably been 20 years since I stopped at south of the border, but anyway, that's what I remember. We're probably about, 18 minutes away from our Supercharger stop. Had a bunch of people waving at me, passing me, and I was passing them and whatnot. It's always neat to see that. People like recognize Tesla and appreciate it. Trucking along, heading to Lumberton, North Carolina, about 18 minutes away, 20 miles. Stop there, charge up, have some dinner at the Zaxby's, I believe it is. And as long as they're open at 8 o'clock at night on a Sunday, then that's where I'm gonna eat. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to figure out some other options. So, see you guys there. As I predicted, I have 20% battery range remaining. Whenever I unplugged, it said 7%. I would arrive with. Directly after I unplugged the car, it bumped it up to 10%. Here, actually at arrival, it is 20%. Saying we'll have to charge here for 30 minutes. Probably be ready to roll right after I'm done eating. See you guys in a bit. Tesla said that I'll arrive at Rocky Mount with 7%. I unplugged, it went up to 9%. We'll see what percent I'll actually arrive with then. So whenever I left Lumberton, North Carolina, it said I was going to arrive at Rocky Mount with 7% whenever I unplugged it, and then it went up to 9%, and now it's saying 21%. I'm doing 75. I got the windows down a little bit. I actually just turned the air off. I did lower my suspension, just kind of testing that out. It does seem to help for lowering energy consumption, but it's not tried and true yet in my mind as far as my testing is concerned. I'm gonna stick to a couple percent arrival and just kind of continue with that. We're only 19 minutes away from the Supercharger, so I'm gonna turn the camera off. I'm gonna see you guys at the Supercharger. I didn't really know what the white dots on the map are. See the white dots? That's just like a point on your map so you can tell when you need to be turning or getting off the exit. So like even on the highways, whenever you're like on the interchanges, it'll like put the dot on the lanes that you need to hit. So there you go. That's what the little white dots are. And I'm just arriving here at Rocky Mount, North Carolina Supercharger. And looks like there's one S there. That is not an S, it is a 3. Red 3, nice. Getting off 95 here for Chester, Virginia Supercharger. See how easy this is to find. It's the first time ever here. Hey everyone, John here. I'm in Chester, Virginia Supercharger. It's an 8 stall here at a Wawa. Really good location. I really like how it's at a Wawa. You can come here at any time of day and use restrooms, get food, drink, whatever you need. Pretty easy to find off of 95. Tesla Nav took me right here. So I'm gonna give this one a 9 out of 10. We will see you guys later. Yeah, quick little update here. It is 1:08 a.m. and I'm still cruising along. I've been on the road for over 12 hours today. I'm still making some really good time. If I wanted to go the whole way, I could make it home by about 5:30. Before I got off the highway for the Supercharger stop, I did see there was a rest stop about 50 miles or so after I got back on 95 here after Chester, Virginia. So I'm just gonna try to check that, probably about 30-40 miles to go. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I made it all the way from Florida all the way up to Richmond, Virginia in about 12 and a half hours on the road through Richmond. So I'm gonna keep an eye out for a rest stop and we'll see you guys probably in the morning then. Peace out. All right, good morning everybody. I am about 4 hours with charging from getting home. So I'm in here in Virginia. I stopped at a rest stop, put on my sunshades and slept here. So I just woke up, used the restrooms, and I'm ready to get rolling. Hopefully I get past DC with pretty decent time. It's 9:20 in the morning. I'm hoping that that's good time right before lunchtime and right after rush hour for work. Hopefully I got good timing going on. We're gonna get through DC pretty quick. So let's get rolling, guys. I'm ready to get home. White interior with the white X. Nice. Alright, 20 minutes of charge time here. I'm gonna go try to find a restroom. And I'm gonna have to report back because I gotta do a Supercharger review here. Never been here. So we'll see you guys a bit. Hey everyone, John here. I'm in Springfield, Virginia Supercharger. It's an 18 stall here. A lot of Superchargers. It's at a mall. Pretty good location. It is a bit of a walk to get to the mall. It took me about 5 to 7 minutes to walk to the restrooms and the food court. It's a pretty good location right outside of DC here off 95. I'm gonna give this one a 7 out of 10 just for the location where it's at. Doesn't look like there's gonna be much going on at nighttime though if you come through after hours. But other than that, it's looking pretty good. I'll see you guys later. DC Beltway is very complicated and I failed trying to get back on after the Springfield Supercharger. I was unsuccessful in getting back on the route I need to go. So take 2. I think the mistake I made was thinking I was still going to be staying on 95. I didn't realize I was getting off of 95 so soon. Alright, looks like we're actually finally going to hit some rain on the road. I haven't really hit a whole lot. Finally catching some rain on the road trip. Right at the tail end of it, the last hour and a half or so. Hey, we're in PA. Hey everyone, John here. Got to my destination Supercharger at Carlisle, Pennsylvania. I'm rounding out my roughly 3,200 mile Tesla trip all the way down to Key West, Florida. Stayed in the Keys for 5 days. 2 days in Myrtle Beach, day in Fort Clinch, Florida, and 2 nights of traveling. It's just been incredible.
I think I spent about $750 total in 9 days on my trip. It includes travel, lodging, and food, and whatever else I bought. If you guys have a Tesla, you're a single guy or a couple, traveling around in your Tesla, especially with free supercharging, just makes everything incredible. I've got about 10 minutes left of charging, and then I'm gonna head home, and I'm gonna start to unpack. I got a lot of crap in my car. I'm gonna start cleaning it, I think, too, because it is dirty. Actually, some of that rain last night washed away a lot of that. But anyway, we'll see you guys later.